Action.
And again, I ran out of time with the last video because there's so much going on in this song. Like as far as fills and solos and riffs go, there's a lot, and I don't know them all. But I had taken you as far as I believe it was the end of the first chorus. So we'll do a little bit of the chorus here and show you that riff. I'd like to see you out in the moonlight. I'd like to kiss you way back in the States. I'd like to walk you through fields of wildflowers. I'd like to check you for ticks. So, that riff, first you're starting off, I forgot in the last video, the chord right before it is just that E chord we talked about. And you're actually back picking from the high E right back through next to the bridge is fairly close. So you get a real trebly sound. So that's sort of what it's supposed to sound like to speed. Now again, I'll try to explain this. You're muting both with this. With your right hand, you're muting by the bridge, and then you're chromatically going up from on the low E from the F sharp note on the low E to the G sharp, and then you're plucking. I'm using my middle finger to pluck that E note on the D string second fret. So. Sharp again, and then hitting open D, and then you're going sliding from on the A string from the 5th fret back 1, then back 2, so it's from your 5th to your 4th to 3rd, so you're only picking it once. So G sharp again, and then open A, open E, and then a bend, half step bend, from your bending basic from the F sharp to a G, back to an F sharp, and then an E. So what you end up with is so that's what we ended up at the end of the first chorus. And then there's a bunch of fills in the second verse, and I'll take you through some of those as I sing it. Forgive my singing at this point. It is, what time is it, Eric?
3:30.
It's 3:30. It's morning for me. So here we go. And second verse. I know the perfect little path. That is the next riff. So at the end of the chorus, I'd like to walk you through fields of wildflowers. I'd like to check you for ticks. I know the perfect little path. So all that is you're starting basically from the back of the neck, but I'm going to start from the 2nd fret on the low E, and Brad Paisley does a lot of that. He'll slide way up, and it's really cool the way it works. It's kind of an old rock and roll trick. They used to do a lot of, but he'll go up from the 2nd fret all the way up to the 7th, and you're hitting an actual B note on the low E string. So to a D note on the A string 5th fret, then over to the 7th fret on the A string to an E note. So you've got, that's your next note, but to explain that, you're sliding out, plucking, if you choose to use your middle finger or whichever, but it seems to work for me. And So you're sort of staccatoing the notes. And then this next note is a G note on the D string, 5th fret. And you're going to bend it just slightly. So and then onto the E note again on the A string, 7th fret. Pick it again on the 5th fret on that D note, and then you're going to jump back here and open A, B note on that A, 2nd fret, and then a hammer on, or not a hammer on, but you're going to pick on the 3rd fret G, or G note on the E string, and it's going to be slightly bent. So, slow. So what you have is there, I'm going to take you a little farther. I know the perfect little path out in these woods I used to. So what happens there is you're going to do another riff. Out in these woods I used to. Now if I can play it right. Out in these woods I used to. So again, I know the perfect little path out in these woods I used to. And all you're doing there is you're hitting, going up to your, I call it the Johnny B. Good triad. You remember everybody, where your A bar chord is at the bottom. So all you're doing is you're hitting, you're bending that G string up almost a full step. It's a little bit, on the recording it's a little bit less than a full step, but so you're releasing it, pulling back to the 5th fret on the G string, pull off, but it's really quick, so and then you're hitting that note in that same voicing, so it's, and that is an A note on the 7th fret D string. And then you're going to do another pull off, cool pull offs, and it's just open stuff. You're pulling off from the 7th to the 5th on the D string, and it's all ending up open on that string. Then you're to that E note right there, and again, forgive me, it's hard to explain it as you're playing it, especially slow. It's a little weird, but yeah, I gotta play it fast again so I can remember where I am. So you're going from the E back to the D note on the A string. So when you get to that D note, you're gonna actually be using your left hand to pluck it a little bit. As a pull off, I mean, generally that's what you're sort of doing anyway. It gives it that effect. So you have that open A ringing after the E, B to A. And then you're going to do that bend, that cool bend we worked on in like 10 videos ago, no, 2 videos ago. From the G to an A. So you're slightly bending it, you're not going up 3/4 of the way or anything. You're just going to an A, and then pluck this A chord with on the D and G strings with these 2 fingers. So up to speed, and the next riff, I'll take you through this chorus again. Verse, I know the perfect little path out in these woods I used to hunt. The next one is, don't worry, babe, I've got your back. That's sort of how it goes. It might not be exactly like that, but try singing it and playing it. Don't worry, babe, I've got your back. I think that's it. Basically, you're going up to that cool E chord again, which is circled around the 5th fret, and you're using your G string index finger on the 4th and your middle finger on the 5th on the B string. So you get that sound, and you're sliding that up a full tone, and you're going from there all the way down to the 2nd fret. So you got like the bottom strings, 2 strings of a chord basically on your G and B. So you're going, then a hammer on to your E chord basically on the G string, 1st fret. And then the next note in your E chord, which is your E note on the 2nd fret D string, pull off. So let me do this fast again. Then to your A string, pull off. And then to an E chord again, you're going to this E on the 3rd fret, low E string, so that quarter-way bent. And then you're going to pluck that D string again on the 2nd there. So I gotta play it fast. It's in the vicinity anyway. And the next riff is, but I've also got your front. And that's based over the B chord, but I'm running close to my time again, so I'm going to take you through it quick. You're over this B chord, hammer on from the 2nd to 4th fret on the low E, then hit the A string, 2nd fret, and you're sort of muting these two, and that's up to that B over E flat. See how I'm sort of muting it, chicken picking it? And then you're going to go here and you're going to do a neat little trick. It's basically over this E over G sharp thing, or A flat. It's just 2 notes out of that chord. And then you're going to slide it backwards a whole step to like a D. Then you're going to bend this top note, which is on the D string, up and try to keep it in tune. So the whole riff sounds. So anyway, that's because I'm running out of time on this. This is my first set of videos on YouTube, anything instructional type. So I'm hoping to put a bunch more on, so let me know what you think, and if this was helpful at all. I'm going to probably be posting some more soon, and let me know what you think and some songs you'd like to hear, and we'll try to take you through them. And again, just play on and try to get as many influences as you can. Don't stick to just one person, and don't be so much a follower as a leader. Just I've never been one to try to copy somebody exactly, and sometimes that's a downfall, but I think it's a good thing in some cases because you can invent some pretty cool stuff. Thanks. Have a good day.